Hey, it's Nick, and I just wanted to come and give you an update on what I've been doing as far as my experiments on special diets trying to heal from my gluten intolerance. So for the past 8 weeks I've been doing quite a few different things. Like I said before, the window of when your symptoms are supposed to go away from eating gluten, even though you have an intolerance to it, is supposed to be 2 to 8 weeks. So for the first week, what I did was I did just a smoothie diet for the whole week. I ate nothing but mostly fruit smoothies, some vegetables, but no sweeteners in it, nothing like that. I saw the most change in my body during that initial week when I did that. I think giving my body a break from the digestion, having to really break down the foods and stuff, I think that really did help. And then what happened is I only intended to do that for a week. I did lose a lot of weight doing that, and that is just purely because I did not eat enough. I did not drink enough, should I say. And so I got off of that diet to eat solid foods in hopes of gaining weight. But what I did was I just stuck to a diet based on just fruits and vegetables, really staying in the produce aisle because it's kind of the safe area to make sure I wasn't going to continue to eat anything that could be contaminated with gluten, and also anything that may irritate me. It was just less likely if it was produce. So I stuck with fruits and vegetables, and again losing weight still because again I wasn't intaking enough. So after that, another thing I came across was the body ecology diet. And from I Am Eating Right, she did a blog post on that book. And so I checked the book out from the library, and once I started reading the book, I just started implementing some of the things that I was doing, implementing some of the things as I was going along. So I never really had an official start date for the diet because I was just trying to do what, I was reading at the time. And so I did that, kind of introducing the grains back into my diet, that type of thing. I continued throughout the whole 8 weeks to kind of see, especially when I would try something different and kind of tweak the diet a little bit. I did notice changes, but I never really got my stomach all the way flat. I never really got that feeling of I'm healed, everything's all good. So at the end of the 8 weeks, I was kind of disappointed because I was like, I've done all these little strict diets and I still have not healed from this, and I'm just like, I just didn't think it should be that difficult because I do not have celiac, I just have the gluten intolerance. So that means I don't actually have the damage to my villi. So I'm just like, what does my body need to repair then if it doesn't have that damage? Why is this like so difficult? So I decided that, once the day, of the 8 weeks was here, and, I didn't get the healing I was looking forward to, I was just like, I'm not putting myself in any more special diets. If someone who is educated in the area can tell me, hey, this is what's going on with you, this is what you need to do, then I will listen to their advice. But as far as me doing the whole experiment, looking on the internet, trying to, try different things in hopes that it's going to work, I was like, I'm not doing that anymore because it's just like been very frustrating, being very particular, not being able to go out to eat, on occasion, and just having to be very particular about what I was eating because it was like, I'm only eating fruits right now, or I can't worry about what they're doing in the kitchen with cross-contamination. So it was just kind of frustrating. So from that moment on, I decided I was just going to kind of follow some of the rules still of the body ecology diet, but that I was going to not really be on a strict diet. So on the diet, the body ecology diet, they don't allow for fruit. And so one of the things I started doing was I went back to eating fruit. And that seemed to help. Actually, maybe 3 days after my 8-week window was up, I actually started feeling really good, and I felt really light, and I actually did feel like I did heal from it despite the fact that my stomach wasn't flat still. And so I was like feeling good, and so I started being bold and started adding all these things back into my diet. And I think for the most part, my body's handled it okay. But on the other hand, I think I did too much too soon. You should really introduce one thing, wait 4 days before you introduce another. And I was just kind of going with it. And then slowly over the past, it's been maybe a week, I'm starting not to feel as good anymore. And I definitely notice the difference now, and I don't like it. So I've definitely realized that even though I was all I really miss the taste of this, that feeling that I get from eating the thing that I shouldn't eat, is so temporary. It's such a small portion of time compared to the feeling that I get when I feel good and how long that lasts, and it's just a way better feeling. So I'd much rather have that than have the short pleasure of eating something that I'm not supposed to. So one of the things the body ecology diet has you do is you do food combining. So there's a chart that I'll link to, and it's just basically with the theory that your body takes different amounts of time to digest things, and it also has different digestive juices, I think we'll call them. I can't think of the technical term right now, as far as what it takes to break down the food. So if you're combining things that don't match well, then your body's going to have a difficult time breaking it down. And some things are faster than others. So for instance, fruit is something that has to only be eaten by itself, because it digests so fast. If you eat it with something else, then it can get caught up in your digestive system waiting for the other thing to digest, and then it ferments and bad things happen in your gut. And so I've just learned to listen to my body and really pay attention to it. So I'm really going to work on cleaning up my diet, getting back to the way it was a little bit, and just realizing that there are certain rules I didn't think I was going to have to follow forever, but my digestive system is just sensitive, and I just have to, suck it up and deal with it. So it's another thing with my body is when I was on the body ecology diet, I was eating just 3 meals a day to allow my body time to digest things, really. That's just kind of how it worked out. And as far as me doing fitness stuff, I read a lot of stuff about we should constantly be eating, every 3 hours, constantly giving yourself fuel, so your body's not trying to break down your muscles because, you're hungry. So I was really gung-ho. I was after getting off this diet, I have to go back to eating my 6 meals a day. That's what's best for me. And just realizing that my body just seems like it really needs to have those break periods between, from having to work and digest things, and that it's just not a good fit for me. And so maybe it works for other people, but it doesn't work for me. So I just kind of have to chop it up, get over it, realize everybody's different, and that's just what I have to do. And I'm cool with that. I think really being able to feel kind of crummy after feeling, really, feeling good, I just really realized that it's not really worth it. It's not worth it anymore. So I'm definitely gonna clean things up and not feel all bad that I can't eat certain stuff and stuff like that. I've gotten over that. It's just a week makes a big difference. It really does. And I should have realized that, because in a week I could definitely notice differences as far as my belly getting better. So it works both ways. So that is my little update on that. So if you have any questions about food combining, I can try to answer, and my experience with the body ecology diet, and just kind of how I'm moving forward with my whole dealing with having a digestive issue. So I hope you find this information helpful, and as always, thanks for watching.